Sorry, guys, we've been sitting here talking for 20 minutes and didn't realize it hadn't started. I'm here. We got Panzer Cat here. Well, we'll go back to where to the beginning, I guess. I apologize. I was late. I had to take mom to the grocery store, and it was busier than normal. Um, yeah, I do apologize. Yeah, we've been sitting here chatting for like 10 minutes to nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Well, we'd be talking to ourselves. Not the
yes.
first time that's happened to me. Yeah.
So I'm working on the Grim Reaper. I'm working on the base right now, and we'll go through that again. I won't do it all exactly right now. I went through the whole thing. Well, you guys, it was great. You guys missed it because I forgot to start the stream. We're going to paint it down a little bit. We're using the potted plant stuff to go for to make my grass and stuff on it. And we're going to dry brush that so it's not so vibrant. And then we're using some polyfill and stuff to do the Spanish moss on a tree. So that's what we're working on. And again, I said hi to everybody before I clicked the live. Okay, Kevin and KRD and Steven. I said, Dan, the truck is going to be cool. The Chevy 3100 pickup.
Funnily
So
enough,
anyway, again, hello everybody.
yes, hello everyone. Yes, that's happened to me a couple of years ago on the stream that I do on a Tuesday evening with Philip Prime. We did a brilliant opening sequence. Everything was timed to perfection. Sound effects, everything. And that's when we realised that we're about 10 minutes into the stream before we realised that chat was a far antsy. I said, where are they? Where are they going? What's going on? And that's when we realised that he hadn't pressed the go live button.
Yeah, I just happened to turn around and I put it on my TV as well, so I can kind of keep track of what's the pictures and whatnot. When I turned around, it just said waiting for stream to start. And said, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture? What's wrong is I forgot to click the going live button.
So that actually answers a question. I've seen quite a lot of trees in the United States with this stuff hanging off of it. So it's actually called Spanish moss.
Yeah,
Ah, right. That's see. It seems to be. It almost as though it's a parasite organism on trees that you
yeah, it's like
grow in
a
your woods.
fungus.
Yeah,
Well, it's moss. I mean, and it grows in long strings,
yeah,
uh,
and it
especially in the
is.
south in damp places where it seems to grow a lot.
Yeah, I see it in a lot of movies, and I can't help thinking, well, what the hell is that stuff? So now I know what it is. Right, well, I've done that. I've built the guy's thumb, so I don't have to worry about trying to find the thumb, because the chances of me finding that are pretty much non-existent. So I'll look out what else I was building. Oh dear. Oh. Crack on with the track links, I
In the
suppose.
1950 beige cabinet. Yeah, Spanish moss. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
The moss around here is just like little lichens and stuff that stick on the bark. But yeah, to get down to the south,
Yeah, we have one that grows in the grass. It's
it's like a
called spad.
floss, a
Yeah, it's
viney
called.
floss type stuff.
Yeah, we have a moss that grows in amongst grass. It's called sphagnum moss. And in the old days, you used to be able to go and collect it, but it became a protected plant about 10 years ago. So you can't collect it, especially from the wild, because it used to be quite useful for putting camouflage um, plants on military vehicles. Like, isn't it, my file?
Um, I just got brown. I'm just kind of dry brushing over the top of this bright green grass to deaden it up, and I'll go back and do it again with a little bit of yellow, just so it's not AstroTurf green. Gives it a more scale and realistic look. It's not shiny green.
There's a guy, what's his name now? Oh, good God. Mark Novak's, he does his YouTube channel's Night Shift. He sprays his grass a combination of Tamiya NATO green and flat green.
I'm going to switch over to the overhead and see if you can see a little bit better maybe what I'm doing. Possibly. Yeah, the lights just making everything look black. But we're changing it from that dark, bright green into a more realistic color. It's cool to use for diorama bases and stuff too, because it comes in a big sheet. You can you can cut it or tear it or whatever you need to do, and if you want the dirt side up or the grass side up, and then you can use the poly in between for root balls or weeds or whatever you want to represent. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see, a lighter color. All I got up here is dark brown. Let me get khaki or something up there. That's how they did. Yes, khaki, that'll work. Hey Joey, how are you doing? Where did I put the brush? Where did I put the brush? Okay. Let's get a different one.
I'm the same, Steve, and I try to, if I'm at the bench for an hour and there's a live stream on, I'll just loiter in the background and have it playing as background noise. So how are you, Bob?
I'm doing pretty good. I went to the doctor today and he said everything was great, and he said I lost a little more weight than I did. I was hoping to be down about 10, 15 pounds from where I was. I was hoping to be down, but I wasn't. So I need to work on that. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good. He said my blood pressure was high when I first got there, but by the time they took it again before I left, and it was back down to normal. So I don't know what caused it to pop up, but okay. Up here. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my under table line? Now, it's which one is this one? Hey, Mark, how are you doing tonight? Donnie? I don't even know if this stuff is even still good. It's been so long since I used it. That's the blue. Get the other one. Yeah, the Taco Bell trots.
Yeah, I thought that was quite
Stop us
funny.
from
There.
going, though, does it? More ways than one. I never even opened this one. Wow. Come on. There we go. was along his head. Okay. There we go. That should take care of that. And what I just finished there was that looks good. I grabbed some a couple years ago. I grabbed some glow in the dark hairspray at Halloween time, like this is now. I just sprayed that on there so that when I do hit it with a black light, it'll fluoresce a little bit.
And the beauty of it is that it's coming up to that time of year again, so you'll be able to restock the hairspray.
Yeah, it's like my. I haven't seen them in a year or two, but that's where I got my turntables. Was there for I bought them at Halloween time there for jack-o'-lanterns. If your jack-o'-lantern turn around, and they were about a third of the price of a regular turntable. So
Yeah, that's a topic of discussion that we're having in the UK at the moment. Anything on Amazon or eBay or any of the fancy websites that have the word modelling on it, you can be guaranteed they've upped the price a bit.
good. All that good. Blend it in a little bit. Okay. Let's work on the rope. It's a rope. It's a rope. It's a rope. Yeah, I got my new cards. Came in the mail yesterday. But we won't be unveiling those until the Acme show. I was gonna get an Acme exclusive card, but I didn't. I just get the one card. Because not everybody can get the Acme, so Hi, Bruce. Yeah, honest people are kind of hard to find sometimes. It's not so much an issue in our community here, but I mean, there are a few rotten eggs that have snuck in. Just a second, Jonathan. I'm trying to find you. There we go. Trying to find my mouse. Hello, Johnson. How are you tonight? Okay. Body is done. Base is done. Be out of the way. And stick you back there. Okay. Start on the cowbear. I think we'll do this first. Let's get those painted first. And the side. We'll get the side painted and the tombstones painted, and then we will blue. Don't want the black for now. This might be too.
What's up, guys?
We're just hanging out. How are you tonight?
No, fine. Just my voice isn't fully intact today for some reason, so
That's the color I wanted. You just gray first. Aggressor gray. There we go. That'll work. Joey, I do not on Sunday. I mean, I could, but I'm usually I kind of Sunday kind of do the football thing.
what's up, Donnie and Joey? Hey, Kevin.
Yes, I'm generally not. Occasionally, I can't say I never do, but I. I usually do Tuesdays and sometimes on a Friday when Jonathan's not around. And I've been filling in for Brian on Saturdays. So yeah, Sunday's not something I've been doing.
Say I got something yesterday. Little play toy that involves 4 wheels. Got myself another car in the Derby next year.
Cool.
This time I'm going to run a 2006 Buick LaCrosse. I believe that's what replaced the LeSabre. It has a bigger trunk space, but a smaller trunk. But it's got a bigger front end on it. And it has the same motor as my previous car. A 3.8 V6.
Yeah, my regular car is a 2007. So
And this time the battery is in the engine compartment factory. Because of my last car, factory, it was underneath the back seat.
yeah, a lot of the European cars have them under the seats too.
I don't know if that's smart fab, but it's a spark. There goes your shorts.
Like the Porsche, I think the Porsche Cayenne has it under the driver's seat. Oh, my chat is not scrolling. Okay. Hey, Leon. Anybody else I missed? It's my chat. I'm just having a wonderful day here. My chat's not scrolling. I forgot to click the live button when we started. What else can go wrong today?
What's up, Bruce?
Could be your turn to get around the drinks in.
Leon, when does your lowrider group build end? I picked me up a lowrider, but not gonna have a chance to get to it right away. If we got time, I'll kick it into your group build. If not, I'll just build it. Just build it anyways. In fact, I technically have two of them because that Hasegawa kit I got actually it comes with the lowrider wheels in it for the 66 Impala. Oh, sorry, Mark. You beat me over the head today. Seems like. There you go.
going today?
We're here. We're all on the right side of the dirt, so that counts for something.
And it sums up with my voice today. So it kind of goes in and out sometimes.
Now, here's a question for you guys in the States. Are motorbike kits popular over there?
I don't think they heard you.
Oh, right. Let's check my microphone settings. Okay. Okay. Now I was asking guys, are motorbike kits popular in the States?
No, I haven't done a motorbike in a long time. Jamie G should be in here sometime this evening. He's does bikes a lot.
I haven't done one at all. Besides the mini bike that came with D100.
I've done a couple, but Jamie G up in Newfoundland there in Canada, he does a lot of bikes.
And
As
Cliff,
far as being that,
in here. They said he were going to be here tonight, so because they didn't have to work.
Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie and the guy he works with.
Oh, Kevin,
They were
I
on
think his
clips
name
last
is.
night.
Because going back about 30 years ago, there seemed to be an awful lot of Harley Davidson motorbikes on the market made by a company called MI. And they seem to have just disappeared. Certainly from the UK markets. So I was curious if that was the popular bike choice in the United States.
That was a lot of work. Putting all those hoses in.
Oh, wow.
Come on, focus in. And that's not even all of it yet. Still got the speedo cable to do, wiring harness. But yeah, it's getting there. That'll all go under the cab after. Ugh. Yeah, this wrecker is getting quite a bit of work done to it. Even the two heater hoses are making the little shutoff valves for them, so they'll be cut into line in time. And I'll make a little, one of those gate valve tops for them. Like the typical gate valve handle.
Huh.
So I'll put them in once that's all mounted. Fuel lines and everything are being ran on on the engine and the framework. Once I get the fuel tanks on, making my own headache rack. Or chain rack, depending on how you want to look at it. Already cut down the sides and everything else, so damn it, I forgot about that. Son of a beehive. Oh well. Guess I'll modify that a bit. Forgot about the side pieces. Nothing a Dremel can't fix.
They can be your friend.
Got tanks all painted and everything, and then I'm like, why'd I bother when they're not even going to see them?
Because you know they're there.
Beat me
No,
to
I
it.
mean, why'd I bother painting them blue and, black straps and all that stuff? When it's all going to be under the body, I could have just painted it red and run it on the frame. Even the air tanks. And it's like, why'd I bother painting all of that? Could have just painted them red and be done with it. Oh well. It's done now. Hell, I even painted all the brake pots and everything. Proper colors and the way they're supposed to be. Everything's all painted up the way it's supposed to be. I still got like all the grease marks to do yet, and probably a little chipping and rusting and stuff. But again, you're not going to see it under everything once all the sides are on.
Yeah, you'll know it's there. Just like when I do the full interiors on a B-17. I mean, once you close it up,
Yeah.
you can't see any of it, but I know it's there. So I took pictures of it before I closed it up.
I suppose some of it might get seen, but not a whole hell of a lot.
How do you display your models?
Copper. I want the age copper. Where are you at? There we go. Let's see. Use some that. No, use some of that too.
It's gonna be fun once I start building the
Anti-copper.
the boom and the stinger.
Can't remember how. Just click the button. Still working on that square body, Joey?
Sitting there trying to think what I'm going to use to paint my T-tops. I got two ideas I could use. Either use the black wash I use to make them like the clear black, or like take like a gloss black testers small paint thing. Don't shake it up. Dip down in there and get it because look like clear when you're sitting there brushing.
Yeah, I usually just paint it black from the inside and just do a couple light passes, and light will still kind of come through it. But
And it's all molded with the back glass and windshield.
well, you can tape it off. Put that upside down so it runs everywhere. My niece is still working on hers, but she's back in school now, so it won't get a whole lot done on it before spring.
So far, this whole model has been built with my glue. I decided to start making my own glue. And it's freaking working good. Oh.
All right, we do here.
And I just found out too today that Canada is no longer bringing in Tamiya spray paint. They have banned the Tamiya spray paint in Canada.
Wow.
So whatever's left in the stores, that's it.
So you better buy it all.
I was talking to the guy who runs the local hobby shop the other day, and he says he's having a hard time getting anything from Gunzy right now. So that's all your Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color, all that. They're the U.S. importer for all that stuff.
They seem
He's
to be
having a hard time getting anything out of them.
the Mr. Colour Gunsy stuff is impossible to get here in the UK as well. It seems to be the Mr. Leveling thinners.
I had to put myself on a waiting list for leveling thinner.
Yeah, they seem to be hit or miss.
Yeah, for us, anything Mr. Hobby is fine. There's something in the aerosol, like the propellant in the Tamiya spray paint that is not allowed in Canada. The Tamiya jar paint is fine. It's the propellant in the TS paint. You can take me off big screen now if you want.
I'm sorry. Find my mouse.
So people aren't watching just me. Not that I'm not that interesting. Trust me.
That's odd. I mean, I don't think it. I
So,
think
yeah.
most of them are using butane for propellant.
No, there's some sort of chemical in their spray paint that Canada. There's too much of it. There's too much of a certain chemical. You're only allowed a certain percentage or something like that, and they're over that percentage in their paint, their spray paint. And so, like, whatever. Doesn't bother me any. I don't use it, so I barely use the jar paint. I have a couple here that I use once in a while, but when I paint stuff, it's all automotive paint.
Hey, Boston. Yeah, I mean, this stuff here, the Mr. Surfacer Black, the Mr. Hobby Mr. Surfacer Black, it is impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I found a local, well, to me local, which is 150 miles in one direction, supplier of it, and it was one of these model railway shops, and no one knew about this model railway shop, and of course, till I mentioned that I had managed to get my Mr. Surfacer from there, and I went to order some from their on their website and discovered that they'd sold out.
Sometimes you got to keep that stuff to yourself. But yeah, the black, even the black here, the aerosol or the jar is hard to find.
Yeah.
Because I like to keep at least a couple cans of the white, gray, and black, just for those odd part now and then that you gotta. Oh damn! I forgot.
Yeah.
Normally I have the jars and I send the jars and use them.
But it just seems to be. It's one of those things. Is that it never used to be very popular, and then a couple of the big YouTube modelers started recommending it, and boom, that was it. The supply can't keep up with the demand.
Yeah.
It was the same with the Tamiya lacquer paints when they first came out. When they started introducing them to the UK, you couldn't buy them for love of money because people were buying up the whole range. They were replacing all the acrylic range with these lacquer paints.
Yep.
And
I only use lacquers, so.
Eventually the supply chain caught up, so eventually you could add them, but of course everybody was using them beforehand. And they're saying, have we tried the new Tamiya lacquers? Or have we tried this new thing? Have we tried that new thing? And of course you can't because everybody else has bought the damn things up.
Mr. Jeff Elliott, how are you, sir?
Hey, Papa.
Jeff.
Hey, Boston. Hey, Chuck. Hey,
What are you
Papa.
talking about? What are you talking about, Jeff? Spend money with Curb for what?
If it's not available in Canada, it may still be available in the United States.
The TS paint?
Yeah.
No, I don't use TS paint anyway, so I'm not worried. I go to Napa, which is an automotive store, but they also sell automotive paint. And if they don't have if they're out of a certain color to mix something, because they'll mix whatever color I want, I can just go over to C-Max, or not C-Max, but CarQuest, and they mix paint there as well. So I've got 2 different automotive stores. I can go get any color I want. That's how I got the color from my dad when I do my dad's model car. I'm going to build a car, the exact car that he had when he was younger. And I actually got the paint code for it. So they mixed up the paint code for me and away they went. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie G.
Oh.
There's your motorcycle guy if you want to ask questions about motorcycles. There he is.
What one?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Jamie
Hey,
G
Jamie.
does a lot of motorcycles. He loves his motorcycles.
Well, the question I was asking earlier, Jamie, was, are motorbikes very popular in the United States? And if so, what types?
Yeah. It's Jamie G is in Canada like I am, but I mean it's still the North America, right? That you're
Same
referring to is, yeah. And Jamie likes a lot of his sport bikes, his racing bikes and stuff like that.
Ah, right.
Hey,
If I'm
sir.
not mistaken. Oh, getting cooler at night.
Yeah, we've had rain here the last couple of days, so it's only gotten up into the upper 60s.
And it's been probably good 3 weeks since we've had rain. And it's only this week now that it's finally cooling off like a fall should be. Otherwise, we were getting easy 80s and 90s during the day, probably 70s and 80s at night. And right now, outside is 56. And it's only 20 after 9 p.m.
Okay, thanks for that information, Jamie. And I apologise for calling you American.
Oh,
I
we
keep
have to
forgetting.
associate with them somehow.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. North America covers Canada as well.
Yeah.
It's America Light.
No, I'm going to behave. I was going to say America. Canada is America with manners.
With manners. Definitely America with
Technically,
manners.
we are. Technically, we are. Because it's the United States of America. Technically, we're Canada of America. We just don't use that. Actually, I think Mexico is too. So it'd be Mexico of America. Because we're all part of the North America. I wish it was 86.
It was humid today, but it was not very warm. Yeah, 68.
I don't know what it is here. I just know it's kind of a little cool because I had some rain today. Much needed rain.
Okay, so these fuel tanks, they need a crossover pipe. Do they not? I'm not sure in this year of trucks, so if they had a switch valve or if they had a crossover pipe. So I think I'm just going to make a crossover pipe. And
This way.
Yeah.
I'll try to switch cameras back and go back. There you go. A face only a mother could love.
that's cool.
Reminds me of my
Looks
ex,
good.
actually.
Oh wow.
Did you just say your ex?
Yep. Same smile and everything.
Nice. He fits right in here, doesn't he? A couple little friggin' fruit flies floating around. They're pissing me off.
Little varmints.
Yeah, we get them in the house every year this time. I got to get some what you call it, the fly strips and hang one up. Get rid of them all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to cool off, so they're starting to come in. And they're so damn small that they just fit right through anything and everything.
I tried one of those regular things where you just fill it up with the sweet scented water or whatever, and they're supposed to fly into the
Yeah.
thing and get out, but it doesn't do. Stick up some old fly paper, and then 2 hours later, they're all gone.
There's only about 3 or 4 of them. And they're just a pain in the butt. That's okay. I got a random sunflower that started growing outside in a flower pot. Because I throw sunflower seeds out for the birds every now and then, right? One must have landed and it started growing. Oh, I brought it in the house. I'll see if I can grow a sunflower during the winter.
Cool.
He's doing pretty good. Gained about an inch here this past week. I got all kinds of plants here in the office.
Wait,
Clean this mess up, and then we can start working on the wiring. Wiring.
I'm not sure what you had on the bench earlier there, Bob. You were painting something that had a big brown base
The
on
base
it.
for the School Maker. Yeah,
I didn't see
the base
what
for
you
the
were.
Grim Eagle.
Yeah, I didn't see the tree at first when I first came on. I was going to comment, it's like, because the lighting wasn't that great or whatever, and it was dark brown. And I thought, why is Bob dry brushing a cow patty? I didn't see the tree at first, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And then it kind of focused in or cleared up or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I see what he's doing now.
Yeah, he lives here in front of the tree,
Yeah, no, that's going to be cool.
and
I ha-
he's got
my,
the big old sigh.
my confused Scottish sense of humour is saying to me, is dry brushing cow patties a thing in the in North America?
I have one of those sickles here. Oh, well, I guess I got to drill some holes, huh? I'm going to drill a bunch of holes. I got to run all the air lines to the airbags, run some air lines to the tanks, air lines to the brakes. So, what would be better to run for airlines? Thin black wire or lead wire?
That's that one.
Airlines on trucks are what? But 3/4 inch?
Probably a little over a quarter, through like 3/8.
Three-eighths. Yeah, 0.3 mil. Yeah, 0.3 mil should do then.
I got some right for my compressor here. Yeah, it's all 3/8.
They got lots of 0.3 mil.
Yeah, 3/8 is what I've got here. Airline. Okay. Well, let's paint off the table. somewhere around here. I got a set of 1/8 scale, oh, bigger than that, 1/4 scale. Grab hands for airlines. They're functional. They work just like the real ones. This watch the guys burn the way things are going tonight. You get to watch me burn myself.
One of those days, eh, Bob?
Yeah. Well, it started off. I was 10 minutes late starting the stream because I had to take Mom to the store and it was crowded as hell. Then I get here and me and Pans are talking for 10 minutes or so before I realized I forgot to start the stream. So then I had to start over again. And then I've been knocking over things and dumping things all day long.
And if we're lucky, we'll get to see him burn himself.
So we'll just stand the reason. Sometime tonight I'll burn myself on that soldering iron. Just be glad you don't have smell-o-vision because that stinks.
How you feeling, Brian?
Oh yeah, Brian had an operation.
Hey Mike, how are you doing tonight? Weird. Little wire there. Wires.
That's good, buddy. That'll look cool. Nice little set of demon eyes in there.
Yeah, I'll put a little cotton behind his eyes so there's not a bright spot. But
Yeah, with those red eyes, the resemblance between my ex and that is uncanny now.
we don't need that much. Major
Well,
storm.
sometimes that's what you got to do is just step away and go do
Yeah.
something different. It's not a job. It's a hobby. And if it's not a hobby anymore, then go do something else for a while. Or find something that is totally different than what you normally do. You know, go build a wood ship or something, or, you know, doesn't have to be a gigantic one. Just go get a cheap wood ship off of Amazon or something that's, $15 and just build it. If it looks
That
like
thing that
hell,
Charlie
big
Mack
deal.
built was kind of cool. Or he does a lot of those wooden kits. Or he did that. The Victory was just the one bulkhead and one mast.
Yeah.
Cross section. That's where I was looking for, cross section. I think he got it off of Amazon too. Got that one.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like the Mantua Models kit. They
Yeah,
did a
just
few.
do something.
Yeah, could
Do
do
something
something
totally different. Something you wouldn't even think of doing. Hell, go build a puzzle. Get a 3D puzzle. Just something that's totally different than what you're doing, or just take a break. Nothing wrong with doing that.
Go read some books. If you're a gamer, go play in PlayStation or Xbox or the PC.
And there's days I don't want to do nothing, so I just go outside and build something with Dad when because he's working with wood outside. So I'll go build a cabinet, go build a model shelf, just help him build something that he's doing. We'll do that for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden you get that itch back that, hey, I need to work on a model.
The magazine you're reading just happens to have a review of a new kit that you just suddenly realise you can't live without.
Yeah, as we go into winter, I'll start working with my model railroad stuff more than just straight up models and stuff like that. So I switch it up.
That's why I've got a wood ship here too. I mean, for a while there, I was almost 5 or 6 weeks. I put out nothing but the wood ship kit, like wood ship videos, because I was just kind of bored and sick of working on plastic models. So I always try to jump back and forth between the wood ship and plastic models.
Downstairs I have a T-gauge model railway layout that I've been working on for about 10, 12 years now. I also paint Napoleonic figures on 54mm scale, the old Hysterex plastic figures, which is done completely in oils, no enamels, no acrylics, nothing, just pure up oil paints. And that distracts me for about 3 months of the year sometimes.
Read a book. I mean, anything like that.
Yeah, certainly. There's a question there about some aftermarket wheels. I'm assuming that's car wheels.
That burnt fingernails I smell there, Bob?
Not yet.
The evening is young.
Yeah, you're just starting. Just wait.
Yep, Jeffrey Dahmer's
Your
kitchen.
fingers are getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I'm laughing. Well, not really laughing because I still insist on holding things in my fingers when I'm trying to solder them. That's why on my bench I've got all these tiny little bits of ceramic tile. And when I'm soldering, I tend to put the piece on the solder and then use my fingernail to hold it in place while I'm soldering it.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned to solder about 25 years ago, no, about 30 years ago now, and I'm still insisting on holding the damn thing.
Yep. I've got those ceramic tiles too. I bought a bunch of them from Amazon. I've got one taken out of the box. I think it was a box of 5. I think I've used it twice in the last 3 years.
I spent a year working for a company in the UK called Asda. In the US, that's Walmart. And one of my tasks was the handyman was to replace some tiles. And in order to replace, I think it was 4 tiles, we had to buy a box of 50. When I left Asda, I took out 10 of these tiles with me because I thought they might be useful for modelling. And I keep dropping the damn things on steel toe cap boots, so of course the damn things break into bits. Hey, Edward Leonardson. Hi, Edward. Squishy hugs.
That one? That one's bad. Okay. Jeff.
Hey, Bob. Serge. So after watching, what's Rob's channel's name, Bob? You might know it offhand. I can't remember the name of it right. Time Machine 1. He's from up in Michigan, I believe. This is a 3D wheel, Serge, and you can use a Dremel or you can do it by hand. I use a knife just to test it. But that's a wheel kit backing. So that's one of the ways you can do it. Brian talked to me about you clip off the end nipple off with the front end or the rear end, and you drill it out, and then you can put a rod, you super glue it. You can get some calipers and stuff, put them in there too to look behind it. You can super glue that rod in there and then put it inside the rear end housing or the front spindle. Holy mother of God, Bob. Bob, you better save this video. I'm being useful now.
Thought you wanted me to save it because I'm burning myself.
No.
What's up, Papa?
Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing? But yeah, so that does work good. Again, you're going to have to go by each one because sometimes inside of the wheel backings, there's a little bit of a lip that comes out. So you might have to shave that down so it kind of centers itself. And that's something else you want to do is make sure you got the wheel centered, wheel backing. So that way when you glue it in place, it will be there. Oh, yeah, Jamie's crying with laughter. Yes, and I'm one of them. I am so mean to other people. Brian can testify to this. I'll pick on a Walmart greeter. I don't care. I treat everybody the same. I am doing good, Joseph. I hope you're all doing good too. But so that might be a big help to you. I hope. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Go back to chat. Thanks, Bob. I figured I'd just show them that and see if that will help in them. And Mike's Mods, do a snap kit, do a tank, do a plane, do what are them egg planes you do, Bob?
Well, just anything that draws your attention. I mean, read a book. I mean, anything like that works.
Yeah. You're welcome. So yeah, I do not highly recommend anything called real race cars. That's all I'm saying. All right, and I'm going to play nice the rest of the night. I think I beat up on poor Kevin, an old timer to like him too much. So you're welcome, Jamie. Yeah, don't ask me about painting tips. Yeah, I'll give you an example. I'm gonna officially call this a Mona Lisa because it looks good here, but boy, up close, it's almost like this Alcalad didn't like the Alcalad silver base it's supposed to be on, and yeah. That's all right. It's part of the learning. I'm still learning it, and I bought a gallery trigger brush. Oh, trust me. You can see all the pimples in the hood. All of a sudden, it was going good. I left for an hour to come back to finish doing the last coat, and yeah. Trust me. Some of it looks good. Some of it, color like I see it. But I haven't been airbrushing long, so.
Yeah, I was going to get one of those Black Widows at Harbor Freight the other day, but they were out of them. They had the regular one, but they were out of the The trigger one.
Yeah, I got the GHAD 68. This was highly recommended by KRD Klein Race Car Design. So I just got to find that sweet spot of paint mixture ratio.
Yeah.
And again, first time I did it, I changed it out to the 5 needle, and I didn't set the needle right. And well, of course, my base was black paint, and yeah, I got it fixed, and it's been good since then. Like I said, just the end of the brush, you just got to tweak it a little where, and the pressure. And I think some of it may be my air tank, because I broke the regulator, and I just got to get a new one when I go out and get my new booth. And oh yeah, this is the part where Brian's eye is going to strain. Brian. Well, I had to take and do something, so there was no getting out of that.
What you might
Yeah, I just bought that $800 air booth.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What you might want to take a look at getting is these things. It's called a MAC valve, and it allows you to control the air from the air regulator. For example, I have my air regulator set at 20 psi.
Yep.
And with this MAC valve on the airbrush, I can actually cut down the air volume at the airbrush end, so I can fine tune it even more. Oh, you can't see that.
Yeah, I got that all on that, but yeah, I'm going to I'm going to buy a new one. Like I said, I was adjusting it, and for some reason, the top part of the valve, where you can adjust the airflow coming out of the tank. Yeah, that broke. I thought I fixed it, and I've noticed a couple of times pulsating, so that's why some of the droplings in it. Yeah, and that's another airbrush Jason's KRD said by you. I'm still learning to airbrush, so I've got a lot to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I've been airbrushing now for, let me think now, 94, 95. And I started off with a Badger, and I moved up to the Iwatas, and I have a Harden Steenbeck Evolution.
Brian was talking to me about an Iwata Revolution, I think it was. Brian talks about, and he swears by it. Yeah. I was on the fence about that or trigger, and I've done some stuff with a real life trigger, but a 1-to-1 automotive trigger brush, so that's why I went with that. Yeah. Like I said, I still got a ton of learning to go. Where'd the hell Mark go?
I don't know. Probably had to go dinner.
Oh.
See, this is the Iwata Neo, the trigger that I've got, and that's a fairly decent airbrush. I mean, I think when I bought this, it was about 85, 86 quid. But this has gone back about 20 years. I think the price has doubled.
And that looks identical to the one I got from Galleria.
Yeah, they're basically they're all the same. I mean, you take a look at this. This is a cheap and cheerful thing, right? I use for putting on varnish, satin varnish, and it's acrylic only. It's a water-based acrylic only because it's got rubber O-rings. And if you take a look at a Badger airbrush, apart from the size of the colour cup, they basically look the same.
Yep. I've also got a Pache H brush. I've got to and that's at the end where you got to turn it down for the air flow at the brush itself.
Yeah.
That's something, but that thing sprays great. But I like the trigger brush because I know I can just let my finger off gradually at the end.
Yeah.
Where with the dual action, I always screw that up and forget that, and that's where I know I've been screwing up.
This is what I was talking about, the MAC valve, and it's in the airline right at the end just before it goes into the airbrush, and this allows me to fine tune the air pressure at the airbrush end. Some more expensive airbrushes actually come with them actually fitted right about there on the airbrush. between the colour cup and the needle. And the nozzle.
What I need to do is go to and Bob, by the way, I sent you a message on Facebook. November 10th, there's a show not too far from you.
Yeah.
Think of it.
Yeah, the Machinist Hall. That's the one I went to last spring that I sent you the pictures of all the Johan kits.
Yeah, don't do that this year.
But that's the expensive airbrush. This is one that was gifted to me a couple of years ago by a channel member. And this it took me a year before I actually started using it, and the difference between this and all the other airbrushes is unbelievable. This, you literally you thin the paint down thinner than water, thin as water to actually spray this, and you're building up layer on layer, and it is literally just putting on a layer and then going round the model and coming back and doing it all over and over again. And that's how you build up the paint on one of these things.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I need to learn to do is the mist coats, and that's something I'm really, really working on, and I need to. And I'm kind of really mad because I was doing one with I was going to put that paint on that Camaro onto a Ford Pinto wagon. And by the way, Brian, everybody took a vote on what the name of it was going to be. We'll save that for another day. And the black came out spotty and crappy, and I've tried to put it into purple power, and it's not coming off. So I'm going to have to use up a bunch of my Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. And this is the part a lot of you are going to cry. When I go to Massachusetts, I can pick up some Mr. Hobby for like the 400 lit. There's another good brush, and it's not a big name. Barbados Rex has done a video on them. And somebody on YouTube bought one, and they swear by it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of branded airbrushes out there, and there's a lot of cheaper brands. The only thing you've got to worry about, to worry about is the real cheap ones that you get from China that cost you $10.
Yeah, like the Masters.
Yeah, they're going to come with rubber O-rings, and if you're using solvents in it, it's going to eat the rubber. Save yourself a little bit of the of your Mr. Leveling thinner. Take yourself down to your local chemists and get yourself some isopropanol alcohol at about 90% proof. That will remove your paint.
Well, I got a buddy of mine who owns a body shop over here, so he's going to give me some when he gets down real low in a can of lacquer thinner. He's going to start pouring them into one jug and give them to me. Yeah, and to touch on something Mark was talking about earlier, yeah, there's something they're saying it's in the Tamiya paint cans. And even the stuff that's in the country already, they're not going to let people have because they said it's not environmentally friendly. As if gold mining and diamond mining are really any better. Well, I got that when it comes off the machine, but yeah, I can put it in right. That's what he's got right there, the MAC valve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use those too.
Other advice I can give you is buy yourself some of these cheap push fit, snap together type things, and play about with them. Use them as donors, as paint mules. Occasionally you'll make a mistake in building a model, and that should become a paint mule for you, so you can strip the paint off it and repaint it, reprime it, and repaint it, and so you can experiment with it.
That's why I practice on Ford, Brian, because who cares? It's a Ford. Oh my God, I wish I saved the video. This woman was, Brian, if I find it again, I'm going to send it to you because it's Fred Henry. It has to do with the Georgia Bulldogs. The wife tried to make him go to dinner during a game. Yes, I primed it. I primed the kit first. that's something like I said, there's nothing. I mean, I can scuff it up and redo it. And like I said, Brian, they all came up with the name Brian's Love Shack. That's the name of the bottle. I personally wanted to go with Brian's Drag Queen, but they voted me off the island. All right, I'm going to get out of here and let you serious modelers take back over.
You got nothing serious going on around here?
Yeah. I've been called many things in my life. Serious is never one of them.
And Jonathan, this would be a good year to go to Acme because Brian may not be there. I know I won't be there.
Oh man, that takes the fun out of it.
Oh no, there'll be a lot of great people there.
Also, by the way, I wonder if anybody would like trade for this kit.
Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure you clean the 3D parts, and then I'm definitely priming them. Them came to me painted that way already, so I can't speak to what the actual person who made the parts did them that way. You'd have to ask Dog's Model Car Garage that, but I'm assuming he did. There's a lot of really quality 3D printers out there, people printing. And I got a guy in Georgia I got to start buying a lot more from. We refer to him as BB's Model Shop. There you go. There's your answer to your question, Serge.
I am willing to trade this model kit right here for another model kit.
Who are you talking to, Jonathan?
Oh, everybody.
Why you don't like it, or?
I mean, if anybody wants this, because the reason why I'm trading it because it's missing the body and I think something else with the interior.
Well, if you go to a hobby show, that's the one thing of go through the bag kits and look, and you might be able to find that body. I think Roanoke's the closest show to you, and that's still a little bit of a ride. I can't talk to you about 3D parts overly too much. I bought a boatload of them. I don't know if Bob's ever used any or Panzer Cat has. I know Brian has, though.
Buy, no. Print, yes.
Well, unfortunately, the place I live, yeah, they're not going to allow me to do any 3D printing. So,
Right.
even though with the charcoal air purifiers and all that crap, they're yeah, the landlord's throwing a fit.
That kit, it is missing a body and a frame. Everything else is there.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Yes. Buy, no. Print, yes. I have a 3D printer, so I play with 3D prints myself.
Good. Night, Donnie. And yes, Brian, I will be here on time for Saturday night.
I got this model right here at a swap meet.
And a lot of times, I've been thinking about going down to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, down to the big car shows down there. Because everybody says you can buy models at a really good price down there.
66 Oldsmobile is what this is.
Yep. Probably because he's got sinus congestion and stuff. Didn't you say something about pollen? I said it's a little late in the year for that, but there's other allergies and stuff. So
Yeah, my whole voice thing that started today, so I don't know what's going on with it.
Keep an eye on it. Well, you're
That's-
doing good. You haven't electrocuted yourself in class this year, so that's a good thing.
Did you see my video of my derby run, Fafa?
No, I haven't. I have been swamped here, there, and everywhere with.
Hey, Dart.
It art.
Come in here and say hello. Been a long day.
Hi, Asa.
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Going.
Better not going.
But I just thought I was just wondering, Fafa. But since you haven't seen the video, I got second place
That's good.
out of 7 cars.
Hey, better than some of the stuff I see Saturday night. So, 3 guys going for 7th place, and all 3 cars got 2 got destroyed, and 1 idiot got parked.
Then I took the car to the next county over. I beat it in a heat, made it, and then I made it to the feature, and I got 4th in the feature.
Well, congratulations. I think he's talking about panel liner. When to surge, I've used it several times. You always put it under the paint. Sometimes you put it after it cures and after you clear coat the body. You just dump it and you let it naturally run down. You might have to do it once or twice to go all the way around, but keep Q-tips or a piece of paper, napkin or something handy, so that way if it runs over you can get it out, but you got to be careful because you can draw it right completely out. Jesus Christ, that looks like Brian. Well done, Bob. Well done.
Yes,
Good. I'm working on Batman right now.
Yeah, panel liner. Wait a minute. I've got something here with panel liner on it.
Good job. I'm all right. It's just been a long day.
Hey, keep it up, and Bob will be your new co-host. And let me tell you what, Bob keeps a record on all our stupidity, and he waits for the right moment to get you back here. I'm just saying. I've seen what the man will do for a Klondike bar. Could you imagine what he'll do for a very good kit?
So looks like blackwash. It kind of worked for clear pieces, because like these 2 here is where the Camaro I'm working on, it's a T-top. So I take the black one, get like black glass where you can kind of still see through it, or tinted glass.
Yep, they got paid for that, tinted paint for that.
Oh, I just
Me and Smoke.
did it with panel wash right here, like as a test run. It's better in person on camera, but I think it's gonna work.
I
And
wouldn't. It'll run and be action.
yes, it will
You tried it.
naturally run.
Just
Speaking of which, I picked some gray up. Now I got to figure out where I put it too.
like I said, to me, Smoke is what you want to do.
Jesus, Edward, why are you being so mean to Kevin Smith tonight, saying that to him? Oh, I'm sorry. I got that mixed up. Sorry, Edward.
Yeah, this is for my Hobby Link International Halloween group build. I ordered this kit like 2 months ago and just finally got here this week.
I think you should name Bob's building machine, modeling machine. Hell, if I could do it in a year what you do in a friggin' week, I'd be all set, Bob. then Brian would let me buy more kits.
Yeah, well, when you're stuck here all day in the house, nothing to do. Either just watch TV or sit down at the bench. Oh, I sit down at the bench.
I understand that small statement. I understand.
Yeah, it's naturally thin to begin with, but you just take your time, find it like a used body you're not going to worry about, and you can learn on that. Because there's multiple. You can also, if you thin down the right paint, you can put it in there so it has a darker color or whatever. So it kind of has that recessed darkness to it, shadow to it.
Yeah. This is an example of a panel line wash. And that was done by using some of this stuff. It's similar to the Tamiya stuff. This is MIG Productions. Which
Is that the ammo rust?
No, this is the MIG Productions. Wait a minute, but the ammo rust is something similar. They do rust colors. This is literally. It's. I would say the easiest way to describe this is 90% thinner, 10% painful, and it just sits in. And of course, because it flows into the darkest recesses, because it will literally capillary in. What you really want to apply it with is something like a panel liner brush, a panel liner. Wait a minute, this one's stuck.
I'm waiting for them to come out with the U-Rust kit again. I have not, and everybody's asking $200 for it when it doesn't go that way from ammo MIG at all. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
What's it called? MIG?
Yeah, I'm using MIG. This is the original MIG Productions before it became MIG Ammo. This was because it's the same guy, and this was his first business partner. And then he sold out and went and joined. He set up his own company called Ammo, of course his name's Mig Jimenez, so everybody knows Mig. But the same company, his original company, is still allowed to produce these because they're their own company.
And there you go. You could. Kevin Smith's got a great idea. You could go to a automotive shop that throws away window tint. You could get it right there in the scrap pieces that you can cut down for a model. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin.
Yeah. I've used a whole bunch of stuff over the years, the weather stuff. The worst idea I had was using steel wool and letting it rot in some water for a while. That was messy and nasty.
Well, I'm going to get out of here, gentlemen. I'm going to just go hop back into the chat.
Okay.
It'll be good to hear other people talk for once instead of my dumbass mouth. Oops, sorry, I did not mean to swear, Bob.
It's all right.
Apologize to everybody in chat.
Good to see you, brother.
All right. We'll talk to you all in chat. Get out of here.
How's things down in Oklahoma?
Well, it's raining like a big dog here.
I mean, it'll be raining here tomorrow.
Right? I mean, it ain't nothing, I'm going to have to get the free hole for or nothing. Just good old rain, I say that it's going to come a big old thunder and scare the crap out of me, and I'm going to throw the phone. I already know.
That's okay. We need it to rain around here some more.
Right.
Been awful dry.
I like when it rains. Keeps the hoodlums inside. I turned into the old guy on the corner that yells at the kids, "Get off his lawn!"
I ain't got much lawn left. It's all dead.
Well, I never thought I'd be that guy, and I really wouldn't if they wouldn't leave trash in my yard. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm cool if I see a couple kids, playing on the corner and throwing a ball or something. I'm not gonna bother them. But they leave trash in my yard all the time. Makes me mad. Like, ain't you got no respect? But I guess that's life. Probably gonna lose the internet here in a minute. It's raining really hard.
Sounds like you're half underwater.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
it. I'm sitting by the air conditioner, and you can hear it bouncing off of it. Metal, and my car is parked right there too. Oh goodness! So what you been up to, Bob? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you talk at you.
Sitting there at the bench every day.
Been watching you build on the Facebook.
Yeah. I'm just here every day.
And Jonathan, you
go to the store or go to the doctor's office or something. Otherwise, I'm just here every day.
right?
Sitting at the bench all day long. Doing stupid stuff like I just did.
Yeah, it's kind of like me, but I do get to go out to my folks' place every now and again. There is that.
Tough question, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Have you switched off your soldering iron?
I didn't hear you. What was your question?
I said, have you switched off your soldering iron?
Not yet. I still got 2 more wires to solder.
Okay.
But I moved it way over here, away from me. It's way over here.
I just
I'm
from the
over
angle that I was looking at the camera, your elbow was very close to it.
Yeah. No, it's away from me. Believe me. I know that smell well, and I don't enjoy it.
Oh, the memory. I think my neighbor could hear me when I did that. I'm going to say it. I'll tell you what I did, okay? With whatever's wrong with my neck, I let go of things when I don't want to. And I had my soldering iron. I was practicing rusting, holes. And I dropped it on my top of my leg, and I was wearing shorts. And it went. It was them. I guess the athletic shorts. They're that color, that stuff that melts.
Nylon stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and it just went right through it. And I swear, the neighbors, the whole block heard me scream.
Well, see this here light right here needs to go through this hole right here. I glued all this together and painted the whole thing before I put that in. So now I got to try to fish it up through the bottom.
Yeah, I'm doing my first, what I consider a true figure right now. Butch sent it to me. And I think it turned out okay. You'll see it next week on my channel if you watch. Or if you're on my Facebook, which I know you are, Bob.
Yeah.
the figures are a whole different thing that I'm noticing. It's a whole
Yeah.
different process.
Yeah. Figures are closer to doing diorama scene stuff. I mean, it's all about colors and layers and
Yeah. I'm actually enjoying it. I didn't think I would. That's why I've never done any, but I think Butch created a monster is what I think. Because now I'm going to have to get some more.
that's what I'm doing right now is the figure. Yeah, it's just a matter of painting layers. You can't like it's not like you're doing a car where you just put a coat of paint on and call it done. You're painting colored layers and transparencies, and this one's got to go over that one, and that one goes over this one because you got to create the depth.
Yeah. A lot of dry brushing I've found.
Yeah, a lot of dry brushing, a lot of washes.
I didn't get any washes because it's Batman, so he's just kind of, he's just black suit, you know. But I did use some silver to accent things, you know. I think I'll use a little black to accent some things on his belt, and not sure how to do the face yet. I haven't got there yet.
Okay, I got it in there. Hot dog. I think it was getting dead. I think I was gonna be able to get it in there, but I did.
Bless you.
Oh, yeah. Clear the throat there.
Well, I just want to come in and say howdy and
Yeah,
see how everybody was
here.
doing. And I'm going to bed.
All right, you have a good night.
No, bub. How
Take
everybody?
care.
Working on
Thanks a
some
lot.
gear ships, huh? Cool. Those Flintstone ones, I'm assuming. Those are kind of cool too. I need to get me one of those too. Okay, now. Yeah, so this one is going to light up the hourglass that hangs on his waist. That LED there.
Nice. Well, I'm going to about to, so.
All right. Have a good night. We'll probably go another half hour or so, and then we'll shut her down.
Take care. Oh, it was away.
Wires. Hey Juan, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, Jay, sure. Let me find my mouse. Let me find the last time you posted. There you are. There you go. You have been wrenchified. Okay, one more joint. Hopefully that will be it. All right, that should do it. We'll unplug the soldering iron. Get back over here. Okay, tape those up. I'm out of shrink wrap. Yep, you sure can. And click. You can click on that good old thumbs up. Helps the algorithm helps them find us. Thinking about that. Let me do this. There we go. I always forget to do that. I don't remember turning them on. I'm just having one of them days. I didn't forget to turn monetization on. Oh, we're doing this one for free. Oh well, anybody watches it later can see ads.
That'll teach them not to watch it when it was live.
I don't have that problem. I don't have any Johan kits. I'm not a collector. The only reason I'd even get one would be if it was a subject that could only get in that. And then, I mean, I have things that used to be promo kits, which probably started life as a Johan kit from the tooling, some of the old school tooling. But I probably built some as kids when they were still, but you got it to 5 and dime for $1.99. I have a few die cast, not a bunch. Pretty much if I see something I like, I'll get it, but I don't. I mean, I probably got a dozen or so Matchbox cars, and I got 124 scale die cast car, and I've got a couple die cast airplanes floating around. But no, I'm not a die-hard die cast collector. My brother-in-law collects Hot Wheels and Matchbox, mostly Hot Wheels, and he's got several thousand. But yeah, it's never it was never. I played with them. I never really collected. In fact, the only ones I got that are still like on in their cards and their packages, I got one set of the Speed Racer cars, and I got a Munsters coach and a Bandit Trans Am. Those are the only ones that are still like on their cards. I do have a Dragula, but it's not in the package. It's not on the card anymore. Used to be, but I wanted to display it without it, so I took it out. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't. Same thing with model car kits. I don't buy them as collectibles. I buy them to build them.
Yes.
Yeah, I do have one. The 1/18 one I've got upstairs is a 68 Cutlass, and that's what was my dad had a 68 Cutlass, Cutlass Supreme W31. So what you call it, round 2 Auto World, or whatever they call themselves for their diecast part of it. Had one, so I've got it, and I've got the Johnny Lightning one that matches it. Okay. There, and this wheel, after I get it clear coated and stuff, I don't want to put this on yet because I don't want to frost it up. So the green light will go over. I'm going to show this. I'll get my hands out of the way. I'll do it this way. The hourglass will go in front of that green light so that the green light is lighting up the hourglass, and then his eyeballs are also lit.
Mm.
But we got a clear coating before I can do that. Light goes up inside of him like that. Okay. Well, Arkansas is not real close to me, but it's closer to Dart. Arkansas is the closest, shortest route is about 6 hours away to get to Arkansas. And if you're anywhere, that's to get to the northern border. If you're anywhere like Little Rock or what's it, Bentonville, or what's the other town down there? They're about 8 hours. A Happy Music Fest, yeah. We have those around here too. Actually, they got the Harvest Festival coming up this weekend or next weekend.
So we have our book festival starting on Friday evening.
Night, Chuck.
Night, Chuck.
Okay. What do we got left? What do we have left? Oh, that's still too hot to put away. Put those away though. Let's work on the side a little bit more. It's not quite, it's too gray. I think it's too gray. We need to brown it up a little bit. What do we got over here? Buttermilk, I think buttermilk by too light. Yeah, that's too light. What about fawn? Where's fawn? Burnt sienna, that'll work. That'll brown it up. Yeah, it's fine. Well, whatever. We can take care of you.
Hello, somebody called Haley Manny. Jeff Elliott saying Bob Reed chat.
Some people just gotta be dicks. Okay. Yeah, not 6 subscriber, no videos.
It's Wait a minute, I've got a big blue spanner. I'll deal with him, Bob. Don't you worry. Where is it? Come here, you.
You can go on your own merry way.
This. All right.
Because we ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody.
There seems to be a lot of them about because I had a friend of mine was doing a stream this afternoon, and he had one that kept coming in, and we kept banning it. It came in about 6 different accounts before I think it took the hint.
Yeah, that's about all I do. I don't on the diecast. I don't really do a ton of it. Yeah, have a good night, Brian.
Yeah, take care, Brian.
People like that seem to work themselves out of the gene pool, so I don't really too worry about them too much.
What worries me is that they got into the gene pool in the first place.
Oh, Brian had surgery on his eyes last week, so he's got eye drops to put in there. Yeah, that's why he hasn't been on his lives lately, because he's had the eye surgery. A little sienna on his bones too, to kind of. Just to highlight it a little bit, get a little more texture. There we go. Okay, where are we at? 15 more minutes. So we can leave this hand on. It can get wet coated with the rest of him. Okay, I have a question. I have not, but I worked nights my entire working career for 40 years, so I saw very little in the way of primetime TV type stuff.
And go for it.
I'm
Pete.
sure some of the other guys have, but yeah, I worked second shift pretty much my whole life, so if it wasn't on at midnight, I probably didn't see it. RBK Scale Modeling Club is now celebrating its 50th anniversary. Just uploaded a video. I'll check that out. Yeah, I don't know what color the Mustang would be. Somebody in here probably does, or Google can be your friend. That's where I would start. Put in Spencer for Hire Mustang images and see what comes up. I don't, but I'll tell you what, I'll Google it real quick. So I don't remember the show because I worked nights, so I didn't get to see much TV except for late night movies. Spencer for Hire Mustang. I was drove a Mustang fastback, 66 fastback green is what they're saying. So they don't know if it was 65 or 66. Yeah, dark green fastback. Then it was replaced with a box body GT Mustang later on. And then it went back to another dark green 65 fastback during the show is what they're saying. We don't need to do that. Need to know that. Good page. The car in the movie was Spencer for Hire movie was a 67 Mustang. Let me go up here to images. Yeah, they're showing the green fastback, and then there was an F body for a while. And apparently went back to being, yeah, it was just a dark green basic fastback. No rally stripes or nothing on it, according to the Google images. Some shows, a lot of the older ones, there's YouTube videos out that go through all the cars that were in the show. Uh, like for the I Dream of Genie, when I just did that 65 GTO, there's an I Dream of Genie video that shows all the different cars that were used in the show by the different characters. Okay. There we go. That's what he's going to look like after if I still got to put the color coding and stuff. Yeah, it said that he had like they weren't sure, 65, 66 fastback, and then that got wrecked, and then he was running an F body for a while, and then they brought back the 67 fastback towards the end of the show. That's what they were saying on that forum, but yeah, that's. Then I got to get everything all clear coated and all touch ups and behind him. If that helps. Get rid of some of the background noise.
When it's lit up, it will look even scarier. Well, this evening, well, this morning,
That's usually our model research. That's my first stop is Google Images. You can find out quite a bit, and it'll take you to other resources that you can get better information from than just a couple of pictures or whatever.
I reckon. Where's the dry sprocket going? Inside the tank. Oh, look, there's some good idea. Put you in there. Sprocket onto that. So 20 more links, and then that'll be ready to join that half together.
I don't know if it'll show up. A little bit. I added some glow in the dark hairspray to him too, so that the purple light is UV light is bringing it way out, but that'll help him, give him a little more eeriness, iridescentness, whatever you want to call it.
Creepiness, that's the word you're looking for.
Cool. Have a good night. Yeah, we're getting ready to shut down here too, because I'm kind of tired also. And thank everybody for coming in tonight. Again, I apologize for being late and forgetting to kick the live, push the button that starts live, and we'll be around later in the week. Maybe a little bit on Thursday or Friday, depending if Jonathan has his live or not. And we'll be on Brian's on Saturday, I'm sure. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight again, and we'll see you next time.